Hello and welcome to Pizzabento. I'm one of your hosts, Nikki from Seattle, Washington.
And I'm one of your other hosts, Danson from Tokyo, Japan.
What would you say your physique is, Danson?
What would I say for the feekest?
Physique. If you were filling out a personal classified ad, you would describe yourself as what kind of body type?
Short, a little pudgy around the middle, and hairy.
You're not pudgy.
A little bit.
But unless you ate a lot since I last saw you a few months ago.
You didn't see me. Minus clothing. I'm a little pudgy.
I didn't see your minus clothing. Well, yeah, it was kind of dark when we woke up in the morning.
What? Something I don't remember. Oh my god,
Wow.
that champagne!
Yeah,
It was
you know,
drugged!
I like to do that for my guests.
But
Give
no,
a little
like,
something,
seriously,
something
I'm
extra.
a little pudgy, man. Not massively, but a little pudgy.
I'm past pudgy. I'm into a little bit of obese. So the topic today is body what? Body shapes?
Body shapes.
Body types. Okay. So it's your topic. Run with it. Please don't suck.
I wanted to talk about body types. Yeah.
Okay.
No,
what
seriously,
prompted
like,
you to want to talk about body types?
I was talking to this friend, and her and her boyfriend have been like having dates, diets together, and she was talking about how it's frustrating because they were both a little bit not overweight, but Japan's really like anal about that, like a little bit pudgy, and people really get on you about it.
Yeah.
And so like they're both feeling a little bit uncomfortable about it, and so they both went on a diet. And he got really slim and slender and everything like that, but she stayed the same. Didn't really change much. And I said, well, I think, you know, not in a negative way, but that's just your body type. Like, you have to do something extraordinary, like, you know, become a marathon runner or something if you want to change that, because, like, just dieting is not going to do it for you because, you know, basically, to quote South Park, you're big boned. Like, that's just your body type. You're going to be that way. And so, like... Yeah. And I was telling her, just, you know, embrace that. Like, just like you can't get mad at yourself for getting older. Like, you get older, embrace
It's a fact
it.
of
Like,
life, yeah.
Yeah.
It's in your genes.
yeah, and, well, yeah, getting older is in your genes, too. And so, like, yeah, like, I just told her, embrace it. Like, of course, if you're unhappy, you know, do something, but there's only so much you can do. You just gotta love yourself for who you are, kind of thing, like. But at the same time, that's not an excuse for people being lazy. Like, you need to do some more exercise there, Nikki. So, like... It's not like people should be lazy. I'm not saying that, but at the same time, people should, you know, embrace who they are.
Hey, it's in my genes to be a little pudgy around the middle. No, you're right. So, what does the boyfriend think about it? Has he voiced like anything?
You know, you can't like say in front of her, "Oh, you're a fatso" or something like that. So I can't hear his full opinion. I'm not sure, but like at the same time, I think he doesn't really care too much because you know she's attractive. Like, it's not like it makes her unattractive. She just is big boned or whatever.
Right. No, I think you're totally right. Some people are predisposed to a little bit more flesh.
Mm-hmm. Bigger hips and whatnot. And...
Yeah, and I think actually I do agree with you because, like, I see certain people, and no matter how much dieting they do, they might get skinnier.
But they're not going to get smaller.
No, they don't get smaller, and then eventually they go back to that weight because it's what their body needs.
Right,
the body needs that amount of.
It's their
fat.
natural medium or whatever. It's just
right.
It's where they're at.
Right.
And so, like, I think that that's something to be embraced. But at the same time, I think a lot of people say, "Oh, this is just me," and they get lazy that way. And I don't think lazy is good. It's important to stay healthy, and like that's what I'm realizing with myself is like I'm a little bit unhealthy, as it were, these days. I haven't been exercising that much and whatnot.
Right. And I know I'm like a little bit unhealthy, but I went through a skinny phase. Well, I was kind of I wasn't heavy, but I was a thicker kid. And then I kind of went through a skinny phase because I was dating someone who didn't eat like a whole lot. And I was like during my teenagers, and I was skinny, and I look at pictures back then, I don't like myself back then because I didn't look normal.
Yeah, everybody... I don't know.
I look like a skeletal figure with bones. I mean, skin and some skin thrown on it. It doesn't look normal. It didn't look like proportionate.
Are you saying I look like a skeleton?
No, I'm not talking about you.
I'm
Because you're
skinnier than
pudgy.
you.
I don't see a skeletal
Okay.
form. But now I am a little bit overweight because like for my height I'm okay, but I know I'm a little bit overweight because things stick out where they not supposed to.
Right, and that's what I'm talking about. Like, and in that case, a little bit of exercise is not necessarily a bad thing, but like,
Certainly.
but at the same time, like people, there seems to be so much pressure in our society to be one way, one shape, and to me, it seems like just like there's many types of personalities, people should accept the fact that there's many types of body shapes too.
Yeah. Actually, I know a lot of tall people who are. It's weird, but they're like size 38, 40, but they don't look it because they're so tall.
Yeah, man.
Like for me, I'm
talking about shapes and body shapes. I also found that people are always uncomfortable. Like that, short people want to be tall, and the tall people want to be short. The girls with big boobs want small boobs, and small boobs want big boobs, and whatever. Like, it's just like, why can't people just like themselves, man?
Well, some people do like themselves.
I do. I love myself. Yeah.
The perfect sound effect would have been the construction right now. I love myself. Yeah. So
moving on.
So be happy with yeah.
And I know it sounds like a Hallmark card, but I really mean it, man. Like,
but the media drives these images that this is what you're supposed to look like.
Why do you think media forces that image on things?
Because if I saw an ad with a normal guy like me trying to beat up bad guys, like I was watching Transporter 3, which is not possibly the most intelligent movie ever, but I'm watching that movie, it's like, would I see someone like me kicking butt, or would I want to see Jason Statham, who is like all built like a rock? And I would much rather watch Jason, because no one wants to watch.
No comment, I'm just saying.
No.
It's people like you that keep it going, man.
No, I'm saying it's what sells.
I'd love to see somebody like myself kick ass.
It's what sells.
I would love to see somebody like myself kick ass.
But then it would be kind of like a novelty. People would just call him pudgy, like
Wouldn't that be an awesome movie? Like some dude with like crooked glasses and like messed up hair and like weird shirt, and he's like, hey, gotcha, gotcha.
But then that would be the novelty of it. Oh, look at this guy who doesn't fit our type. It's like the weird, like Jackie Chan's buddy Sammo Hung, who was in martial law.
Yeah.
He's a pudgy guy, but he can do really cool stuff. But that's like his thing, It's like, oh, look at the fat guy kick someone's ass. It'll be a thing because our minds are so pre-programmed as to this type of people do this and these type of people do this.
I do agree. There's pre-programming though. Like even like the dealing with like certain personalities, like for example somebody who's like vivacious, we tend to think that they're like open-hearted and all that kind of stuff, and somebody who's quiet, we tend to think they're like emo or something.
I don't think that at all. Really?
You don't think a quiet person's emo?
No, I don't usually think a quiet person's emo.
That's because you're emo.
I just want to feel, express my feelings.
Cry, write poems and stuff.
I don't want to write poems and mope. Leave me alone.
I'm not emo or anything.
Awesome.
Anyways.
This podcast is a continuing experiment of how many people would piss off in a short amount of time.
Boom.
So, if you have any opinions on your body types or our body types from the neck up, email us at pizzabento@gmail.com.
Or visit us on our blog at www.pizzabento.com.
Yeah, sorry, that's from my semen diet.